Hey everyone.
Hi guys. Hello, my darling. How are you?
Well, I'm kind of on my phone and my computer because the new baby ate my headphones to pieces.
Sorry.
Guys, I'm telling you what, I am so worn out with this little ferret. Has so much energy that oh my gosh, you guys can't meet her tonight because she went to bed at 10.
She's
And I'm not, no,
asleep.
she's just turned 3 months. She was born the 17th, 15th of July, 17th. And she was pulling
17.
my headphones into the pillowcase. And she was flipping them around. And I'm like, how is she even carrying these things? But she pulled the cord out. She chewed it right off the side of it after pulling the ear foam out.
It's too funny.
So I got to go get a new headset tomorrow. So let's talk about all of this shenanigans going on at the Quinton Simon house. What do you guys think about this? Kaz and I want to see where you guys stand. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What do you, Kaz? You agree? You disagree?
Well, like I said to you before when we were chatting, this has the laundry 2.0 all over again with bullshit Betty on the blowhole. And you tell me MGL's going down there again. So she's getting into it. We all know what the repercussions. Hey, gal, we all know the repercussions of what happened when bullshit Betty was down there and Marissa was down there. It drove Brian Laundrie to end his life. It didn't make them come out and talk. It didn't benefit the case in any shape or form. All it did for bullshit Betty and MGL was give them a huge fan base, and God knows why, but he did. And you know,
well, there's some people, Kaz, that love a shit show.
Well, sorry, Alyssa. Oh, it just infuriates me that people do this, not because Quinton Simon, that poor precious child, hasn't been found. It's because they want to increase the subscriber base. They want to get the dollar signs going ching, ching, ching. And I'm sorry, I don't agree with that. I think it's horrendous to utilize a missing child for money in the way they're doing it. It's wrong.
Well, the problem that I have with the way they're doing it is I see a lot of, what is the word? Hypocrisy. A lot of hypocrisy. Let me say hello real fast, Kaz. I didn't even say hello to anyone.
Well, just before you do, darling, I just want to say to Kathy, she's leaving because she's saying I'm bad mouthing another YouTuber. I'm saying I do not agree with the antics that's going on down there.
You know what, Kathy, I'm sorry if you have to go, but this is how we feel about it. And if you don't understand our opinion, then we're not bad mouthing anybody. They don't do that over here. Hey, Shredder. Hey, T-Berries. Gail. Moon Shadow. I think of the Cat Stevens song every time I see Moon Shadow. Hey, Leonard. Yeah, okay, go ahead, Kaz.
No, that's all right. I'm just saying, I'm all about Quinton, and that's why I don't like what's going on down there. It's wrong. And if you think
I
I'm
don't
bad
like the
mouthing her,
hypocrisy.
well, she's been called a lot worse, Kathy. And
Oh, she's talking about you called her bullshit Betty. Oh, yeah, Kathy. Hey, Iconic.
Hello,
Hey,
sweetheart.
Modine.
All right. She's been called a lot worse.
It's funny, though, Kaz. We've been doing this show for coming live, what, about a year now? And this is the first time I think I've ever heard you actually say anything remotely kind of like bullshit Betty.
Only for the simple way, it hurts me to the core of what's happening with people like Andrew Griffin, and their name's out there, who thinks she is above the law she calls out people for allegedly doing something, yet she's no angel by any stretch of the imagination, but she utilizes children for gains of monetary value, which I'm sorry, it's the wrong way of doing it, and it just hurts. It just hurts. And I apologize, Kathy. I shouldn't have called her BS. It's just I'm angry about the way she's doing it. I apologize.
Yeah, this doesn't make the investigation easier, because not only do they have to worry about going back to a landfill and looking for a 20-month-old body parts, but now they have to arrest people for trespassing and banging on windows, and it's so uncalled for. It's like, just do it peacefully. We don't have to yell out there all of these things that you're saying. Oh, Michael's dad has a charge for strangling someone. Well, I'm sorry, but when you have charges like she has and everyone knows about them, I don't really think it's kind of like calling the kettle black to me. Sorry, but that's my opinion.
G'day, Doug. How are you? Twerking arrest. Yeah.
Hey, Doug. I'm still waiting for his phone call. I think I'll be like old, gray, and dead. I'm worn out anyways by the new baby.
Yes, you is.
Doug, did you see her? Did you see a video of her twerking in the window? I heard she was pushing her butt up against the window. I didn't see anything like that.
Anyways, it's about what's the ridiculousness, and I know that is not the correct terminology, but it is just ridiculous about what's being said in front of these young children at this protest.
Oh gosh.
These young children at this protest, and the things that's being said is wrong in front of children, in my opinion. Maybe not, it might not be in theirs, but in mine it is. I wouldn't take a child and been saying the profanities that they're saying, but maybe I'm old fashioned. I don't know. Maybe I am. Doug says, I have the tweaking incident on his channel. Oh, have you? Where they twerked in the front of the truck. You're welcome to play it. Oh, thanks, Doug.
Well, Kaz, why don't you explain too? Like, everyone is going on and on about how come Leilani's not arrested on her.
Yeah.
Why don't you show that? Let's show this real quick, because she's not on probation from the state of Georgia. No, so they don't have. Yeah. Now, if North Carolina says arrest her, we're going to come pick her up, that's a whole nother story.
Yeah. Where she got stealing from her employer was in North Carolina. And she was allowed to plead down and go on probation, and she was allowed to go to Georgia and live where she's living. But the probation is out of North Carolina guys, to the ones who keep saying why isn't she in jail for violation of probation. Well, that's up to North Carolina, not to Chatham County. If Chatham County wants to get hold of North Carolina law enforcement and say that she's been drinking, which is in violation of her probation in North Carolina, then it's up to North Carolina to get a hold of Chatham and say we're coming down within 30 days and we're going to bring her back to North Carolina. But,
Right.
Get your facts straight, guys.
It's just like today when they came to buy the RV and they were just, following them, and I was like, wow. And didn't it end up being they actually bought the RV?
Yeah, those poor people that came and bought that RV and they're getting followed and
Yeah, they probably should have taken that RV down the road and met them somewhere to sell it. Like, I don't know if I would have done it on this particular day.
No.
But let's check this out with the lady who got arrested for Bullhorn. Betty said that she only hit the window once. I'm sorry, but I don't see why you just can't stay on the street and scream and yell. Why do you have to go up and bang on someone's house? That's just, I don't know. Tell me if you can hear this, Kaz.
Sure.
Hollywood 6, a total of 4 people are facing charges tonight. They're accused of disorderly protesting outside the home of Quinton Simon. We've reported the 20-month-old disappeared back on the 5th.
It could go up a tad.
Weeks ago. Chatham County Police have named his mother, Leilani Simon, the prime suspect in his death, although she has not been arrested. Investigators will continue searching a Chatham County landfill for the boy's body tomorrow morning at sunrise. Now, an update from our Andy Cole, who's learned the police chief is moving these protester arrest cases to the next level.
CCPD says on Friday night, they responded to the home where Quinton Simon was last seen alive for a group of disorderly protesters. After speaking to the group and informing them of their rights, officers left the scene without making any arrests. Police tell us a short time later, officers responded again to Quinton's home, this time because 3 protesters were blocking the driveway, preventing someone from leaving. Police say after the protesters refused to leave, officers arrested them. John Boatwright, Wanda Boatwright, and William Garrett are facing charges of disorderly conduct. Saturday, another protester was arrested after police say they banged on the doors and windows of Quinton's home. Kimberly Tahyer was booked in the Chatham County Jail on criminal trespass charges with a $1,300 bond. After learning of the weekend arrests, police say Chief Jeff Hadley started an internal investigation. He referred the cases to the Office of Professional Standards to be reviewed this week. According to police documents, the OPS's main role is to investigate all complaints against integrity. They serve as fact finders and deal with anything from excessive absences to use of force instances. In Chatham County, I'm Andy Cole, WJCL 22 News.
And one of those protesters contacted WJCL saying she was arrested for, quote, nothing. And we asked to interview them and hear their side of the story, but they weren't available today.
No, they're too busy protesting. That's ludicrous. Sorry for the background noise, guys.
Tell Tony to leave the house, please. Tell him that we're live again and to go take his lawnmower and trim his pube hairs.
It's like he's just gone and parked it now in the shed across from me. It's as though he knows when I'm going to go live with you.
Right. Summer says, well, at least they are out there doing it. Well, yeah. I agree the protesting is good and to keep awareness where the baby is and make the family know they're there, but the way they're doing it is not nice.
Yeah. You can
There's
do
children,
protest.
The language, it's foul.
I'm not against protesting by any stretch of the imagination. Heck, I've been involved in protests in my younger years, but we did it peacefully. There was no foul language. There was no, invading people's property. I mean, can you imagine if it was, God forbid, if somebody went and protested on BB's front yard and actually came onto her property? Could you imagine what the repercussions of that would have been if they went and knocked on a door or did something like that? She would get, because isn't Florida, you're not allowed to do things like that either. So she would be the first one to be in contact with the police and have them arrested. So why is she up in arms about somebody doing the same thing on somebody else's property? It's just a double standard that I can't abide.
I don't get it. She was going on today earlier too about the reckless driving, but the thing that I'm talking about is stop with the hypocrisy, because she has one for that too. It's like you can't get out here and scream at people
Try
that have this whole entire family has issues. Don't get me wrong. This family right here has no empathy for where this child is, and I don't know. But let's remember the first message from Grandma. Quinton has passed. He is in a landfill, and my daughter done it. She has no memory of it. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. What? Is that not? So she has the memory of putting the kid in a landfill, but she doesn't have a memory of, hey, my elderly cats. Hey, Leisha.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
They have signs on underneath the tents. We're going to go look at Olivia's video from earlier when the RV left. And I want to look at AB's. He had the great footage of the. It's just the way they're doing it. I feel bad for the neighbors. Like, somebody's going to get hurt is what the problem is. If you do things peacefully and in the right way, but you're like your baby killer and there's maggots on this child and you've got 9-year-olds and little 8-year-olds out there, that's when it's just not healthy.
And there's a poor gentleman that lives directly across from Leilani's and Billy Joe's home that is on his deathbed.
So let's talk about the rumor about Leilani being seen. Where did that come from? Because we're going to look on Twitter at Legacy. She was actually explaining a little bit about why she thinks there is surveillance camera. But you have to remember also, if it is the truth, and she was seen at that dumpster that we looked at the last time we spoke about her, this damn AirPod does not fit in my ears. Does anyone have that problem that they have weird shaped ear holes that certain things don't stick in there? I do.
That's why I buy ones that have different size adapters to put over it, foam adapters.
Yeah, and plus I'm suing the government for my ear sticking out from wearing COVID masks. But anyways, do you guys remember, where did it come from that Leilani was seen on surveillance footage? I'm sure there's plenty of surveillance footage of that morning that they're not talking about. But where did that initially come from? Because I got this part too right here that I wanted to. But I'm saying, was it a rumor from people or was it sent from the LE? That's what I'm curious about. Tony, back that butt up, boy.
Go away, Tony.
Oh, shit, go away. So this one was, the complainant advised her 1-year-old son is missing. The 911 dispatcher is heard saying in the audio footage, She woke up, her door was open, advised he's unable to open the door, thinks someone came in and took him.
Mm-hmm.
And then grandma comes out that she told her she has no memory, but he's in the landfill. Why would she say that?
It's not something
Who, Michael? Michael, whose father supposedly has a charge of strangling somebody. Well, how many charges do some people have with domestic violence? You can't throw rocks when you live in a glass house. Stones, however you guys say it.
Mm.
You want to pull up the Twitter cast, and then we'll go into AB's video and see what's going on, so that we could watch the way they were acting last night. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with the foul language with the kids around and blocking driveways, and like do it respectfully. Get your point across, but think about the other kids and children and families that live in the neighborhood.
Mm.
I mean, damn, the houses are not that far apart.
No, they're not.
Okay, T-Berries is asking something serious.
Oh, sorry, darling. I didn't see.
Didn't the brother say that the police told the grandmother that Leilani couldn't remember? Didn't he also say Leilani stated the police are the ones that said she can't remember? See, that part I don't know. I can't remember. I'm not sure what Michael's. I know what Michael said a few things on Cher's Voices Behind the Wall about Leilani was a good mother. The baby slept in the same room as her, but I didn't hear. I mean, I'm busy, guys. I really do not listen to too many other channels. If I am, I'm there in chat talking. But yeah, let's go with what Legacy's talking about. And also, remember the last website, geez. Remember when Sleuthy put that great timeline out on Kylie?
Mm-hmm.
Well, she's done a great timeline on Quinton too.
Oh, okay. All right, so
let's check out the new news first, guys. See if anything's going on crazy out there tonight.
All right, this was 12 minutes ago by Legacy, and it says they believe Quinton was placed in a specific dumpster at a specific location. Law enforcement have specific evidence that leads them to the landfill. Two important statements that make me believe they have good evidence and why they named Leilani as primary suspect. And this is from the...
Do you guys remember the last time we spoke about Quinton and Kaz did a address check on, I'm going to get his name wrong, Corey
Winton.
Okay, I got the first name right. And remember, there was a rumor going around that Leilani put items in the garbage can that was in that mobile home park. And the rumor was that that's where he used to live. Well, Kaz went and verified from his previous address that he did live in that trailer park, mobile home park. I don't even know what to call it.
It's a mobile home park.
Okay. Yeah, I don't like that word. When I think of trailer, I think of a semi.
Yeah, these aren't caravans or RVs. These are actual homes.
Mobile homes.
Yes, mobile homes.
Okay. But so we know, Kaz verified that. So we do know that she went to those dumpsters. We do know that garbage day was that day. We verified this. We checked this. We checked the scheduling. And obviously for them going back and continuing, they have to have some evidence that he's there, because that's a hideous job. I couldn't even imagine. Oh. And the poor person that's going to come across and pray that he's found, I can't imagine.
Yeah, it won't be nice. I'm
going to find out, T-Berry. I think he did say that. So he said that on Cher's interview. I didn't watch her whole interview. I heard bits and pieces from AB last night. But we are going to play a little of AB tonight. They people out there protesting and getting arrested. Okay, go ahead, babe.
All right, so that's so Legacy just showed the article that she's referring to on there, and then she says, why I believe they do have good evidence. I think if they find Quinton and put the cherry on the top of the cake, I believe they want to go to the DA with a solid case and ready to file charges. They don't want to go in front of him without covering all their bases, which makes absolute common sense, because they don't want what happened in the case of poor Suzanne Morphew, where her husband gets charged and then ends up, the case is kind of put to one side because of the evidence. They couldn't back up.
We were talking. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I'm kicking on that. I'm probably at a 7-second delay on my cell phone, but go ahead, babe.
Yeah, they just have to make sure the dotting their I's and crossing the T's before they issue a arrest warrant.
Because you have to understand, guys, they're not going. They have to have evidence. They have to have something good. They want something, because of the fact that they can't arrest her on a North Carolina warrant. And I mean, that's basically pretty petty. What was it, a mascara?
No, it was a packet of cigarettes, some food, and some gum, I think.
But we're talking under $20, right?
Mm.
So she's a thief. Like, you guys know how I feel about that. You steal anything, you're a thief as far as I'm concerned. Just like, don't think that I forgot about you, Pam E.T., with my little Lonnie girl. Chisme, we still watch her. We still watch her. But you're a thief. I don't care, $5, $6, $7. Hell, I stole an eyeliner in 7th grade. I was with my friends, 3 of us, Fort Lauderdale. They stole so much freaking makeup, and I wanted to be cool and fit in. So I stole. And back then, yes, it was a 25 or 50-cent red CoverGirl eyebrow pencil. And when that guy walked down that aisle from Albertsons talking about he saw us shoplifting, oh my God, when my dad had to come pick me up, I never stole a thing again. Oh, I was so embarrassed. 7th grade, a freaking 25-cent CoverGirl red eyeliner pencil that my grandma used to wear. But so she's a thief. But my thing is we're out here screaming to arrest her but this isn't a crime. This is a petty under $20 crime. Even though it's a crime, it's not enough to arrest her. North Carolina is not going to be bothered with pulling those resources to do that with a crime like this. It's ridiculous to think that. I mean, wait, if they arrest her right now and they never find evidence and they never find this little boy's body, remember Casey Anthony walked and they found the baby's body. I mean, they can't risk this girl walking over a technicality because we got crazy people screaming crazy mean words to neighbors with children. Forget about them. I don't care about Billy Joe. I think Billy Joe needs to go to jail. Definitely. She's as guilty to me as Leilani because of the fact that she left those children with Leilani. And another thing that Kaz and I were a little bit confused of, hey, AJ, did Leilani give the kids to the mom, sign them over, or did the state actually come in and say, you're a shitty mother, we're taking the kids and we're giving them to grandma? That's what I need to know.
Another point here from Legacy, she says, Here is why I think they have video of Leilani at the Pacific dumpster. And this is from law enforcement. Returned at 8 a.m. What's up?
You're so bad, Elisa. Look at, she stole a Ronald McDonald watch from her neighbor. God, I love her. Oh, Kaz, I gotta, at the end, remind me to show a picture that Shredder sent me of her today. She looks so cute. I think she's an orange dinosaur.
Oh, crikey.
Hey, M.E. All right, Kaz, go ahead, honey. I'm starting to get my guys. Kaz will tell you. Will you just tell them real fast, Shredder and Elisa on cam today, what this little ferret does to me? She bites my toes because she's still teething. I've got about 4 more weeks of her biting. She attacks my feet. I pick up my foot and she's biting the end of my sock, and I can pick up my foot and she just hangs there, swinging back and forth. I mean, she's such a little monkey.
She was funny. I mean, I was watching it today, and I need to use my hands. That's why I come on camera. Ma was standing up.
Oh, Carla, she's not bad mouthing.
Who am I bad?
No one's bad. We don't bad mouth over here, Carla. Listen.
What have I done now?
Just like Bullhorn Betty, the First Amendment, we are allowed to express our feelings about the way that things are being done. Yes, we want the protesters there, but we just do not think the way they're going about it is a healthy way, because somebody's going to get hurt. Somebody is going to drive by one day and put a gun out a window and shoot one of them. I'm telling you, we have to pray that the baby Quinton is either found or the mother is arrested before Molly Golightly gets out there, because she would be probably one of the candidates that's going to get a drive-by shooting and get a cap in her ass. Something is going to happen. Okay, go ahead, babe.
Oh, no, that threw me. Just shut up. I'll just go back to the
just tell about the ferret real. Just say about the ferret real quick. You got to finish it.
Oh, she was running up over the basket, through in between the box, jumping onto the floor, and then running to Ma's feet. It was so cute.
Oh, and one more story, and we're going to get back into Twitter. So I guess a French fry was dropped on the floor. I guess I did make French fries yesterday. She finds this little French fry. She gets it in her mouth and she hauls ass with it. And I'm thinking it's only like 1 inch long. And I'm like, oh no, she's going to choke on it. It's too long. Oh my God, come here. So I grabbed the French fry and break it up in little tiny pea size. And she ate the half a French fry. Like a plain French fry, no seasoning, no nothing, guys. But man, she loved that French fry. Okay, back to Quinton. I'm no more baby, but I'm gonna make a video of her, guys, and I'll post it in Discord for you and community post, and I'll put her on the next time we go live. But she's got to be in bed by 10, because I got her yesterday, and I've taken a nap yesterday and today, and I never take naps. She wears me out, but I love her. All right, Kaz, all you, babe.
All right, Legacy was just saying the reason why she thinks they have video of Leilani at a Pacific dumpster is because it was stated that Leilani returned at 8 a.m. Oh, sorry. Go back. Law enforcement returned at 8 a.m. to conduct additional interviews and began searching through phone records and footage from video cameras mounted in the vicinity of Quinton Simon's disappearance. Then search warrants were issued for the home. So,
and at the end of the day, we honestly don't know what they have found at the home, at the. I mean, the chief will not even release the 911 call. That
No.
right there says a lot. We don't know what was said on that 911 call. It could be a lot of back and forth, maybe a couple slip ups. Like, we have no idea what was said. You got the mother saying that she put her into the landfill. I mean, is that really Billy Joe's account? And why on God's earth would she say that? Scary. Like, what if you're out there drinking and doing shots with your daughter at the Stingray the following day, and you're under the preface that your daughter just put your grandbaby in a landfill? Does anyone not find that very, very strange? Like, was that Billy Joe's account? Like, what in the F?
The rest of the things that are on Twitter, darling, you've already got that you want to show, so I'll stop sharing the screen. I need to get up and walk around. I'm cramping up.
All right. I mean, does that make any sense? Why are you going to... Yeah, this family's messed up. All right, AB, don't get mad at me. I behaved in your chat last night. I want to go look at some of these people last night. I like AB. All right, AB, don't get mad at me.
My God.
No! But he doesn't talk a lot, and some of the things he says really are funny.
Other came up on panel, and Lonnie was right by him.
You know what? Let's listen to that.
Bring a tripod with you, lawn chair.
I actually put
videotape
AB's
these
link in
fucking
my
idiots.
description to this video. But most of us
Videotape the
will
shit
probably
that's
sub
going
to him.
on, because there's some provocateurs, especially that seem to wait till the camera's off to go up and bang on the house. Things like this. Some backhanded sort of shite. Hey, KB. Kiwis, welcome. Donnie, thank you. Gifting 5 memberships. So, first of all, joining us, or you haven't seen the first part of this.
AB, I said you didn't talk a lot.
I don't know.
They are a rowdy bunch, aren't they? Holy shit.
I didn't think you can. We don't give a fuck. You can't kill your baby either, okay, y'all?
I mean, come on, guys. Honestly. Everybody wants to find Quinton. I wish that she would. The one thing I agreed today with Bullhorn Betty was I wish that she would just say where he was and what happened. Okay, Shredder, have fun. But this right here, this part, this language, like, it's not called for. It's almost like just makes people look, in my opinion, ignorant.
Worrying about the wrong things. They cannot take us to jail. Do you know what kind of uproar?
Oh, fuck, I believe in free speech too, but I believe in it a lot more during like daylight hours than I do at nighttime hours in front of my house.
Let me speed this up a little bit.
I don't want to get down to technicalities.
I like AV.
Oh, shit. You know, is it really that important? Is now the time and the place? Maybe they're really fucking happy American. You know, that
amazing. Well, the thing is,
Well, they're so antsy to have Leilani come out. Well, we're gonna finally get there. So we're getting there slowly. Remember, because she basically came up on Shear's live chat tonight. You know, third hand in the background and all, but she was layered and protected by Michael, which is perfectly fine in this instance.
I think Leilani should have said something.
I wouldn't go to
That's right, Soldier Girl. Smash that like button, y'all. Don't forget. Helps me up big time in the algorithm.
jail anyway.
Hey,
I'm right.
babe, why do you
Hit a
gotta
thumbs down.
talk so
Hit a thumbs down.
much?
I don't give a fuck.
Jeez.
Do something.
My phone's charging, so we got a pretty good view. Exactly. She killed that baby, y'all. Come on.
So she killed that baby off. That's what your mind wants to think. When the cops come out and for drinky poos, definitely has riled people up.
Unbelievable, guys. Like, how? I mean, this is like dark.
Where's the cops now? They done been here. They ain't coming back. They're taking their time. They're tired of coming here. You gotta keep getting called every fucking night. Over and over and over.
Absolutely
It's Friday night.
nuts.
This is yesterday night. They're there again tonight. I understand. You know, what next? Like they get bored after a while. They have to keep escalating things, right?
Yeah, they got other shit.
I couldn't.
People twerking.
I'm in the wrong pants. I just got off work. They're right there, I think. There comes the bumbo.
Excuse me. Excuse me, Melissa B.
Right?
Excuse me, Melissa B. According to
Uh-oh.
Bullhorn Betty, it was because of her arrival. It was nothing. It was just 12 hours. 12 hours since she got into town.
Every time a car comes back and get away with it.
All right, I need something to drink. Got you, baby. You ain't going nowhere.
Okay, I can't even listen to the yelling anymore, guys. I just think, I don't know. I think there should be maybe times when you're allowed to go out there and act like the language like that. And I do hope there's no kids around, and I feel bad for the neighbors. I don't feel bad for Leilani in that household. But that's crazy.
I feel sorry for that poor guy across the road who is dying, and you know, this is the last thing he needs. And they're right in front of his house, protesting across the road.
The man that threw French fries at him?
I don't know who threw the French fries up, but the poor guy directly across from the Lani's house is, well, he can't be because he's bedridden, but you know, he doesn't need this in, you know, the last days of his life.
Yeah, let's go watch when the RV was pulled out today. That was just crazy. But you know, it could have been them going somewhere, but it could have been them going to work for the week. It could have been anything. But let's see, is this the one stream 6 hours ago? Yes. Oh, there she is. She's definitely one of a kind, Bullhorn Betty. But I told Kaz earlier, let her do her thing. I just think it's kind of like there's a lot of hypocrisy involved with Bullhorn Betty, in my opinion, because she's yelling at them for everything that she has to actually charge for.
Betty's going to be back. Yep. She's going on a break right now. I'm leaving, guys. I'm passing the torch to the beautiful Olivia.
Okay, so she's leaving. And it's when she comes back, I think.
Drive safe, guys.
Oh, here we go. Okay, so here comes the camper. I don't even really think.
I don't see a tag on that trailer whatsoever. Is that a
So
properly
here we
registered
go.
vehicle or a tag along? I don't see a tag.
Well, you should know, Betty, because you've been charged with driving a vehicle with no tags and no insurance.
Oh,
So they are
see, that's the,
putting a motorized vehicle in their front yard that's not properly tagged. It's not properly
You
tagged.
should
They're
know.
not put it in the front yard.
this part doesn't. None of this right here is about Quinton.
No.
Well, this is just. Honestly, in the beginning, I thought that maybe they were going to pull the camper in front of the house to block the view from the cameras.
It's supposed to be really embarrassing that you got to do all this.
Look at this little kid. There she is. Okay.
They don't care.
There's this little baby who's there. She's like, what, 8, 9?
No, they don't care. All they care right now is about saving a baby killer.
Yeah, and watch the language. Babies, dead, landfills, maggots. And there's a child there. It's. See, this is one I thought they were going to block the house with the camper. And then it just gets.
I want to make sure you guys are seeing this. There you go. All right.
And then they followed him.
They got tilted the wrong. Oh, I guess you can't really tilt it a whole lot of places. Let's see if we can adjust the camera. Huh?
Just hung up with PD. They are not concerned. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, we'll find out. Okay,
But
vehicle was properly registered to be moving or attached to a motor vehicle.
She calls the
Doesn't look like it's
police. I
properly
guess the
registered.
police said that they weren't
Let's get this camera
interested.
off. You guys want to see to yourself?
Oh, I would pay
I don't
money
see any
for that.
registration on this camper. And I
Because
don't see
they're
any
selling
tag
it.
on that camper. That is illegal. That is illegal to the best of my
Oh.
knowledge. And law enforcement will let that go.
This
But they
cracks
want
me
to come out
up,
here
Kaz.
and ticket people for being in the road. But you can, you know, the lawlessness in this county is insane.
Yeah, we're
Is
live.
insane.
Michelle Mouse.
I mean,
Ma just
this
hasn't got
part
a
is.
photo up.
Yeah, that was
I
really
just
all
got
I
here, I
wanted to
didn't
see on
As soon
here.
as Olivia passed this, she's like, this is creepy. Like she.
Oh my gosh. I can't go into when she starts talking about the baby with the landfill and the maggots. Hey, Michelle Mouse. Hey, black-haired chick. Or I just can't. And a little baby's there. There's like an 8-year-old out there. And you're talking right in front of her. It's just not healthy. That whole thing is just sick, the way it's being handled. And like I said, sorry, but Betty, you are yelling at them for things that they're, besides, of course, killing a baby. But you talk about calling the kettle black. You've got more charges racked on you. That everything you're yelling at them for, domestic violence, you have all of them. So how can someone listen to someone that, that's kind of like,
It's crazy.
I mean, it's crazy. Tell her, I mean, you're a child advocate, but you have something for speeding through a school zone. And I was running right now, and they sped through a school zone. You'd be calling the police, but you've done it. But that's okay. You've choked out your boyfriend, but that's okay. You have a DUI, but that's okay. It's so bizarre to me. What else did we want to show?
There was Oh, you're showing those other ones.
Yeah, I can't listen to all the yelling. We know the
No.
lawyer is going to take the case for free, and some lawyer came into it.
Which I think, I mean, he must need publicity, because it's ludicrous to think that last one that got arrested, she did violate the law by going on their property, banging on the window. She took a risk and she lost. You know, you do the crime, you do the time, even if it's only a fine. And for him to try and get her off, I don't, you know, if it's the first offence, it's first offence. But why?
I mean, people have to understand, they're not going to make an arrest until they have something that's definitely strong enough to hold her in jail. It was just like Megan Boswell. She wasn't arrested right away. They knew she was involved, but they couldn't arrest her until they got what they needed.
And that's
because if they don't, she'll end up like Casey Anthony, and she'll just get off.
We don't want that.
And we have to believe that the FBI and the GBI and the Chatham County Police are smart enough to know that they're not going to borrow money for resources to dig into the landfill again tomorrow if they did not have some type of evidence that they believe that that is where he is.
Yeah. Exactly.
Mockery. Well, guys, I'm just afraid that somebody's going to get hurt. I think someone's going to just do a drive-by shooting or something. I pray to God. Well, me too. But I pray to God that something comes to closure before MGL shows up out there, because, oh my God, I got a feeling she might go to jail. If she acts any way she did with the wells and the laundries, I got a feeling we'll be bailing Molly Golightly out of jail. Hey, Princess Megan.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Okay.
Yeah, that's it, guys. We just wanted to come in and chat with you guys about the shenanigans going on. And let's pray tomorrow that they, just find him for closure.
Yeah. Bring him home.
I don't think that.
Well, not home, but, bring him some peace.
Yeah. So at least he can have peace. I'm not too sure his father's worried about it.
Yeah.
At least for his father, right? The mom obviously threw him out like a piece of trash, so she can just go to the electric chair as far as I'm concerned. And Grandma needs to go to jail.
Well, she let all her grandbabies down. I mean, like I said before, I understand Billy Joe has to work. Totally understand that. But she knew what she was taking on when she took on being the guardian of those children. So she should never have let Danny and Leilani live in that house while the children were there. Yes, it's her daughter.
And you guys don't think it's weird too, now that Kaz just said that? Why? So the grandma told the babysitter that she wanted her. See, something just clicked in me that's not right. She told the babysitter, Grandma, that she wanted her to keep them full time. And how many days before Quinton went missing did Grandma tell the babysitter, oh, I had to talk with Leilani and I'm going to give her a chance to be a mom and we don't need you full time? When was that to when Quinton supposedly was abducted out of the house?
About a week before he went missing.
You don't think that's a
Well,
little strange?
well, everything's all clumped in together about, you know, Billy Joe wanting them to be evicted, and about her lodging the paperwork for the child support for the kids. All that
100 a month.
happened. All that
Okay, but
happened.
Kaz, if you were doing that to your daughter, just put
Mhm.
yourself in Billy Joe's position. And now your grandson is completely probably somewhere not alive, obviously they think.
Mhm.
So they had to have found some evidence too. But then you post on Twitter what she posted,
Mhm.
and then she goes out drinking and partying with her. Explain that.
Well,
I can't wrap my head around the ignorance.
Well, it wouldn't have happened. I mean, if my daughter had done something or been accused of something like that, I sure as hell wouldn't have been out partying. Wouldn't have happened. Mm-mm.
But
I
how
mean,
are
I
you
know
partying
you're
with
going to laugh at
somebody
what I'm going to
that
tell
you're?
you.
But how are you partying with somebody that you're trying to evict, that you have custody of the kids over? But I heard that there's no court custody papers, which and we can't get that information. What I heard is that Leilani gave the kids to grandma, but it was not through the courts. But I'm going to go look in the family courts now and see what I can find. Michelle said she couldn't have left him alone with her, and other people knew the things she had done. Yeah. And the bruises and the babysitter calling DCF, like, I get all that. But really, when you think about it, Billy Joe, I think, is full of shit completely. Because you can't, that first, you know what, Kaz, let's go back to the first interview, and we'll wrap it up after that with Billy Joe crying with the stepfather. I could probably not even find it, but do you remember all that effery?
Yeah.
Tony, get your ass out of the window before I come fly there and put my little crock in your butt. The one that I have, because one is missing. I think an animal stole it. But seriously, do you remember the first interview? You know what? I'm gonna find it. Let me find it.
But see, if that, what I was going to say to you before, if that was my daughter, like many years ago, when my daughter and her husband, the first husband, was living with me and my husband. They lived downstairs, we were upstairs, and I'd made this gorgeous baked dinner with all the trimmings. And I said to be and there's a few things that had happened prior to this. It was a build up. And I'd made the dinner, and I'd let them know it was going to be on the table at 6 o'clock. Don't be late. They promised me they wouldn't be late. And they went out drinking. And they rocked home at 8 o'clock. And I don't lose my temper very often, but this day I lost my temper. And I kicked my daughter and my son-in-law out of the house. I said, if you can't have the courtesy, because he hadn't rung me, no nothing. And I said, if you can't have the decency to ring me when you knew that I was preparing this really substantial meal, I said, and what had happened in the past, I said, that's it. So you're gone. So I kicked him out. And now there's a joke between my daughter and me that I kicked her out of the house over corned beef and white sauce. So I would definitely be kicking.
Yeah, it's just, but I think Bill, well, remember, we've seen Billy Joe's past record. I mean, she is, I mean, the apples are attached, 2 apples on one stem with these two, as far as I'm concerned. But this, I haven't seen this. It's probably a clip off of Shares, but I've never seen this picture. I I don't know. The mom always has like a high look, and I couldn't get over that part one. Like that just. Let's see what this is, though.
Us can agree that the way Leilani and Billy Joe are behaving, while authorities are searching for Quinton in a landfill, is disturbing and atrocious. Well, today we hear from.
Wait. This isn't. They're saying that this is how they're acting, like at the present time after the baby went missing.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never seen this. Okay, I'm gonna mic down because this right here is gonna trigger me. Look at these two. Oh, hell no.
Leilani's brother, and he doesn't seem to support her at all. Her brother Joe Swain said in a Facebook message, "I don't
Kaz,
side
you
with
gotta
my
talk
sister
a little
in.
bit through this,
She's
though,
on her
because
own process."
he might get mad.
This
I gotta go
is the
use the little
brother-
girl's
his
room.
mother, calling her a
Okay.
loving and caring woman with a
Joe
beautiful
Swain
heart.
is the one that
He went on
actually
to defend his mother on Facebook, saying that
did
she needs
the
some right, and the amount of protesters that surround the house
is
day
the
in
one
and
that's
day
in
out are
the
uncalled for.
forces
He
that
said the FBI
stood
won't
up
allow them to help
right
search for his
from the
nephew,
beginning
Quinton.
and said
They want answers.
Wait,
and his mom wants answers
Kaz,
too.
hang on.
He said all they
Wait,
can do is wait and pray they recover his nephew, Quinton. They want
One sec.
answers and his mom wants answers too. He said all they can do is wait and pray they recover Quinton, so that
there was
just
something about the
saying that she
FBI.
needs some,
1 second.
and the amount of protesters that surround the house day in and day out
Here
are
we
uncalled
go.
for.
I want to
He
hear
said the
this.
day in and day out are uncalled for. He said the FBI won't allow them to help search for his nephew, Quinton. They want answers and his mom wants answers too. He said all they can do is wait and pray they recover Quinton, so that justice can be served. Quinton deserves it, and his mother is on board
Joe
with that too.
Swain,
He then
Kaz.
said sorry that his
You see that name? Joe Swain. See, when you look at the house and the kids' play area, I mean, it looks so secure. They look happy. Do you guys, I'm starting to think, like, they say that she was beating on the kids. Every video I look at and every picture I've seen, I don't see one bruise on Quinton, and he's usually half naked
his mother went out
in
to
a
have
diaper.
dinner on Type B with two of her friends,
Have
who
you
got
ever
her out
seen
of
a
the house
bruise
for
on
some
him?
peace and quiet. He says as if the stress isn't killing her already. Joe says he knows his mother better than anyone on this planet, and he means anyone. She is a loving and caring woman with a beautiful heart. The bar staff gave a totally different impression of that night though. They said Billy Joe and Leilani was in a group of 6 people, and they were drinking, flirting, and they looked like they wanted attention. So, who do we believe now?
Well, it wasn't only, the people at the bar actually came forward and said about the flirting that Leilani actually asked one of the bar staff for his cell number. You know, so it wasn't all.
So you're suing her. You want $100 a month child support. You're going back and forth. I bet you. Listen, I'm telling you that from Billy Joe's record alone too, because remember she lost her kids at one point. I think she's a drunk. I'm not trying to be safe, but she looks like she is. She drinks box wine, and I'm not being mean. Which one, Jennifer? No thanks said he played something earlier. Kaz, did you see it? He said we can share it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. Hang on.
So probably this one shocking 1 hour ago, or the Who's Quinton people short.
I don't
Here's
know.
a couple of them.
Yeah, he didn't specifically say.
You know what? Yeah, let's listen to these because these are like 8 minutes all together. Let's watch. Thank you, Doug. Everyone knows Doug. Let's see what this is. I really have to go to the bathroom. But I don't think Doug will strike us, so we probably don't have to talk through his video.
No.
What's going on here? Yeah, we agree. Okay, let's go.
Which I think is a medical term.
Okay, I'll be right back,
your
guys.
ass all the time.
And guys,
would see that Chatham County was not only trying to give people warnings,
come on, Doug.
but the family
Wrap
was
their
also
legs
trying to
around
give
their
people
heads.
warnings.
We don't need directives. We don't need directives.
Does that carry a bond?
Yeah. There are juveniles in those cars. Yeah. You can't be saying profane, violent things in front of juveniles in the state of Georgia.
But you can kill them.
Hey, I'm trying to help y'all so y'all
exactly.
Right. So when you start coming down.
I said in an earlier video that Billy Joe was going to either put her foot down or put her foot in someone's ass. Instead, she decided to press charges tonight. So last night,
I'm sorry, guys, but I love Doug.
Protesters were actually twerking in front of a truck, and they wouldn't let the truck leave. Michael ended up calling the cops. 2 protesters got arrested, cited, and released, just as the one tonight is getting arrested, cited, released, and brought back to her car. You're going to hear that. But what you're not going to see is Leilani doing what they said. With all the cameras that they have watching that house, you would think that somebody would have caught Leilani twerking and doing everything that she says to the cop in the window. But you don't see that. I agree with Doug. What she did was trespass, go up to that window, twerk back, and yell at Leilani. And she admitted it to the cops. So not only did she tell on herself, she trespassed, as the sign that they destroyed yesterday said no trespassing. There's cameras watching. Well, the cameras caught these protesters going up to the window and twerking and taunting Leilani when they actually claim Leilani was the one taunting them. So from the behaviors last night to the occurrences today, none of this is helping find Quinton Simon. And the LEOs and the FBI and any other entities working this are working nonstop, day in, day out. You need to know that the LEOs are trying to do the best of their ability and also uphold their oath and the law. And they're doing the best of their ability. And I think in my eyes, I agree with everything they're doing. And if you notice the frenzy and all the misinformation and all the attacks that are going on, it's probably best that they hold close the information that they're going to need to get a conviction on one or more people who did this to Quinton Simon. I don't believe one person did this. I believe multiple are involved, including Danny.
See, I don't agree with Doug on that one.
Because I think her story was the story that came up to Leilani that she didn't remember what happened. And then Danny tried to tell her something that happened that may or may not have happened because she was on drugs. I don't know. You guys leave it in the comments below.
I don't know.
So, Kaz, what do you think? Do you think that how many people, hey, Mystic Firefly, how many people do you guys think were involved in this? I've been saying it from the beginning. Me personally, I do not even think Daniel knew at the time. I think he just went to work. Leilani convinced him or used the phone to text. However that went down, I don't know. I'm speculating. But I think after the fact, he knows that she did something is why he hightailed it out. I don't think he's running from anything.
Well, like I said to you, I think he hightailed it out because he wants to get Sky, his daughter, he wants to get full custody. And, you know, she's currently, as he's saying, under the protection of DPS. So.
Oh, what is that? So, yeah, AJ, I just don't think he had anything to do with it. Mystic Firefly on shares tonight, apparently they said Leilani was sweeping like bull. Yeah, I heard that. I heard people at the end of Olivia's live that not the end, towards like after the RV and all that when the RV was supposedly running red lights, that Leilani was seen sweeping the back patio or something. Who saw that? Is there a clip of it? With a broom, Kaz. Like sweeping the back?
Yeah, I didn't see it.
I think we need to pull up the county lines. I wonder how far into those wood lines they actually own. Oh, so I thought that was today, though, Mystic, that she was sweeping. And I thought last night, supposedly, she was twerking in the window, and then she pushed her butt up against the window. I don't know though. How many people do you think are involved in this, Kaz?
Personally, I don't think Danny's involved. I think it's only Leilani. But like you said, I think she may have said something to Danny, but I don't think he actually did anything.
And now what about Billy Joe? I think Grandma knows that Leilani did something, but I think obviously from the partying in that video that she seems to be okay with it. That's why if she was given the custody of those kids in the state of Georgia, then the grandma should already have been arrested. Not for Quinton being missing. Well, for him being missing, but for the fact that the baby was in her care. If there's papers from the courts stating this, I should go check right now in the family court real quick while this video plays out. Depending on what state it's in too, though. I mean, we have to understand. They're not going to arrest Leilani on a violation of probation when she's on a charge for under $25. I mean, it's petty theft. It's ridiculous. It's a misdemeanor. But let's finish this. And I'm going to look in family court in Chatham County and see if I can find anything with Grandma. I'll tell you what I would pay money to see, and if you guys want to get mad at me in chat, go ahead. But I would pay money to see Molly Golightly and Billy Joe go at it in a boxing match. Like, I want them to put on boxing gloves and get a ring out in that front yard. And I want to watch them just go at it. Like, it would be like YouTube pay-per-view. That would be some good shit. I'm sorry.
Hey, what's going on actually?
They know it was me, so I had to tell him that it was me that knocked on the window. But he was going to pull the camera. So
Yeah, you're going to jail.
I told him he's got to take me to jail, then he's got to take me to jail. But I told him about her twerking in the window and making me upset, so, I mean.
What the fuck?
But he said he's going to go talk, and we're like, they're going to want to press charges. I don't even care.
Okay, wait a second. This girl right here needs, this girl, see, right there, she's at fault. So you're mad because you're standing in front of a woman's house who supposedly put her child in a landfill, which I believe she did something to Quinton. No doubt. She's an evil little monster. But you're mad because she was dancing in her window. And even if she was, she's inside her house trying to piss you off. And that made you so triggered that you ran up and banged on the windows? Girl, you need, that's not healthy. Right?
I was curious. They didn't say
anything.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Right? You're that unstable that you get so mad someone's twerking in their window that you're protesting in front of?
There's another one going. Did you drive here?
No.
And the lack of light.
Can I call my,
And I can only go by the video, but looking at this video, there's not very much light coming from those windows. So how the heck did she see it? I want to know.
They want to press.
Just like what Doug said, Kaz. Doug said that it's amazing that there's so much footage and cameras and they catch everything, but not one person turned on their camera to the window. Like, come on. I agree with Doug with that. I believe that if she was twerking in that damn window, even if it was dark, you couldn't see too much of her, whatever the case would have been, I think there would have been some footage of it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, think about it. How many cameras do we have out here right now? We've got the arrests. We've got the everything but her twerking in the window. Oh, she's going to get arrested, Lynn. I told Kaz that earlier. I said, Kaz, if she acts anyway like she did at the laundries, Molly Golightly's going to jail. She just needs to stay off their property. Started.
Holy shit. Fucking kidding me.
You gotta understand, man. There's one thing of being out here protesting, wanting your voice to be heard, and it's a completely
Yeah, but when the baby killer is talking me through the window,
listen to me.
Well, look at
Listen to
him.
me.
Hello.
Just let me explain, okay? It's one thing to
I know
put your
I know
voice
what I did
out.
was wrong,
It's a
and I
different
knew they were
thing
going
to
to press
go into that
charges just
property.
because. But
If we
Shut
have,
it's not fair. She should be locked up.
Will
well,
you?
ma'am, there's
This
Yes, sir.
a
I
this
know.
process.
cop
You
is
have to get hands on
calm.
me.
So what's about to happen now is Mr.
I know. Yes,
No,
sir.
you're gonna be fingerprinted and released on subpoena. You can
You're
continue
gonna be
making
released
phone
again.
calls
I'm gonna be
after that.
released
Like
tonight.
they were
Yes,
last
ma'am.
night.
So let's go ahead and get this
All right.
I went and
process
picked everybody
concluded.
up
So I
last
can come
night.
back and get my card.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
We're gonna bring you back, and then from here you go.
You
Okay.
just
Oh,
gotta get
AJ,
fingerprinted.
you're so cute.
It won't take long.
Maybe I should go down there and get arrested by a hot
This is
Georgia
No Thanks
cop
Investigates,
with
and
a
I'll catch
southern
you on
accent.
the flip side.
Thank you, Doug. You give him a thumbs up. Let's go back real quick. I'm gonna let this one play through, but this is the one. I know. I just ordered a ferret cage. This is why you guys are gonna see all this rabbit and ferret stuff going on. Comes on the
Simon,
28th.
brother to Leilani Simon, has been panel hopping lately, as recent as tonight, on Voices Behind the Walls. Let's get into it.
Sweetheart, you got 2 videos playing.
Kaz, that's impossible because I only have StreamYards and one YouTube tab open.
Okay.
Let me refresh it though. Yeah, I only have
Michael
StreamYards
Simon,
and.
uncle to Quinton Simon, brother to Leilani
Is that
Simon,
better?
has been panel hopping lately,
Yeah,
as
it
recent as
stopped.
tonight, on Voices Behind the Walls. Let's get into it.
If you don't know who Molly Golightly is, that's MGL, and it's Molly with a Y, Go Lightly, one word. She is a child activist. Hey, Chisme. She is definitely unique, is all I'm going to say. I don't talk bad about people, only the cows
This
behind
creator
all
is
of your
known not
guys'
to be for the
backs. I'm
victims, but
only
only for the
kidding.
suspects because it gains views and clout. Her interview questions are known beforehand. She's been known to be running narratives and involved in conspiracies in other cases, making cases take longer so the more
Hey,
money she can
just
make.
Mike.
Example, the Summer Wells case, where she lied for Don and Candace and played both sides of the fence and created narratives. Now she's back at it, and she's helping Michael run a narrative that's not true. Let me take you back to tonight, and then I'll take you back a couple weeks.
Okay. You know what bothers me about this? Because I went into shares, and I think I went on Prairie Dog's panel last couple weeks ago, and we were talking about, I think it was Debbie Collier actually. But I remember when Cher decided to take this case on, she said that the babysitter, the grandma, and Leilani were all responsible. I don't understand. It's just I don't know, maybe it's is it called flip-flopping, or I don't know. I'm just kind of one that I might change as the facts go, but do I ever flip-flop, Kaz?
No, but I think everybody's confused, Marv, that you haven't got a picture up and it's just blank. Because just Mark saying, who's your guest on the panel? The no picture is actually Ma and Mike. It's just me, Kaz. There's no guest panelist.
Yeah, it's me. I have a problem. My little baby ferret, ate my microphone cord tonight. So I'm on my cell phone, and obviously I didn't put a picture on it. So
yeah, Shay does tend to do that sometimes. She did it in the Summer Wells case. But what she kind of changes. It's like 1 minute, she was friends with Don, then she's not friends with Don, and she does flip and flop in that respect.
You know what I found really weird about that interview, and I'm going to say it straight out, and I said it in A Balance last night because I was in there. When she's talking about the Quinton Simon case, and she was talking to Michael, almost every other sentence she starts talking about Candace and Dawn and this and that. She is, in my opinion, she is so obsessed with the Summer Wells case. I'm like, wait, are we talking about Summer or are we talking about Quinton? It was just, you have to listen to the interview with Michael and her before her husband joins the panel, because it was a lot of Summer Wells. It was weird. I thought it was weird.
Just Mike said,
They believe
I asked Cher
yes, that was the FBI that came out and said.
Was her honest theory, and why is the theory about Leanna's be honest. See, yeah, I don't understand why she even throws Michelle, the babysitter, into the mix. I really don't, you know. That's so far-fetched. It's like saying Santa Claus came down from the North Pole on his sleigh with the reindeer and picked Quinton up. It's so far out there.
But listen to this. Yeah, I remember this part. But before he joined the panel, because she wanted Prairie Dog to come on, and I can't call him Mr. Sher. It's just, I don't even know why he would want to be called Mr. Sher. It's so bizarre to me. But when he joined and started asking the questions, but before he joined, everything to Michael was a comparison to him about the Summer Wells thing. It was weird. It was weird. Well, weird to me, but I'm weird, so it doesn't matter.
Said that. They said they believe he's in the landfill. They believe that he's deceased. They believe by the evidence that that's what it's leading them to. We don't even have the answers.
Hold up. It wasn't the FBI that came out with this. It was actually Billy Joe Howell on Twitter. Let me remind you. I was actually in the live stream that this happened on, but this came out right after. It said, on Thursday, October 13th, a mother who runs a page called Darkness Exposed, which discusses crime news extensively, posted a photo of their chat with grandmother who alleges that Quinton has passed. He is in a landfill and my daughter has done it. She has no memory of it. Though the account deleted these tweets immediately, some of the Twitter user captured screenshots of it and reposted the same. Yes, I'm that guy. Here's the actual post, and I have the actual
We just
picture, which has
posted it
since been
too,
deleted
Doug.
out of that live stream as well. It says Quinton has passed with these sad faces crying. Furthermore, it does state he is in the landfill and my daughter done it. She has no memory of it. Now we have to ask ourselves, is everybody in that family a liar? Is everybody in that family trying to run a narrative? Is everybody in that family trying to run the plan that they all got together for, that big dinner?
Jess.
You let me know in the comments below. Let's not forget the hundreds of thousands of dollars they're costing us in tax dollars. Who should be responsible for that? This is No Thanks Investigates, and I'll catch you on the flip.
At Staples, we're committed to giving every business.
That makes a lot of sense, right? Oh, this is so sad. I can't even imagine.
Here's the latest protester that was arrested. Brett Buffington posted on Twitter, "This is Kimberly Tahyer. Here's the most recent picture I could find of her."
We need the news out here.
He further goes on to say that Chatham County Police arrested her last night. Police say she was banging on the windows and doors of the home of Quinton Simon, where he went missing. 3 other protesters were arrested the night before. It doesn't appear they were booked into jail. I put out this video right after it happened. The link will be in the description if you'd like to watch it. Kimberly Tahyer is out, and she posted recently on social media saying, "Y'all are so funny. I wasn't crying because I was going to jail. I knew what I did was illegal, but I stayed the whole time because I knew what I did. So I was the last one there, and I told the cops it was me." Smiling face emoji. "I was crying for Quinton. They comments don't bother me. I did what I did. I owned up to it. Didn't try to run or hide from the officers. I was sitting in my chair till they got there." Laughing smiley emoji. Other than that, I'm done with the subject. I won't be protesting anymore, and the window they are pointing at isn't the correct window. It was the one by the door because they had blinds open. YouTubers, so do better research first. I still think they're getting what they deserve. You cannot block someone's driveway. You cannot go on someone's property and taunt them. Hell, the night before, you guys were twerking at the car. Link is also in the description for the video I made on this one.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Which one? We saw that. The twerking protester. Did we see that?
Yeah, we saw.
Some protesters learned tonight that if you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
We didn't see this one. We're going to wrap it up after this, guys. I didn't see the twerking protester.
Come on now. In the street. In the street.
That was on public easement, sir.
No, thank you.
You explain to the judge. A judge.
Ooh.
Hey, can y'all take my car to the damn hotel for my son?
People behave really tough until they're in cuffs. Check it out.
Sit up.
What? I'm right here.
Commissioner, somebody get my car.
And your officer did attack me, sir. May I get your name and badge number?
Mitchell 10570. I have no issue.
What else? You need to get your wallet or anything?
Standing in the roadway.
Nothing, y'all.
Let's take a second and review how this all started, and then let's review the First Amendment. We all want justice for baby Quinton Simon. Well, most of us do. Is this considered to you a peaceful protest? Let me know in the comments below.
Right here. Right next to rock right here. Take notes. Take notes. Why are you going?
No, Doug, we don't.
Which one? Thank you. Justice for Quinton. Come on. Justice for Quinton. Come on. Justice for Quinton. Y'all lay on the horns now.
Now, I'm not sure where they learned this move, but you know a protester's for real when they pull out the twerk.
Get it, girl. Shut that girl. Get it, girl.
Oh my God. See, guys, I don't know. That's got to be a young person.
While looking for Quinton Simon than this. Of course, these people have new YouTube channels as well, so be cautious of while they're doing this for clicks and views, and not Quinton Simon. Now a quick review. The United States Constitution First Amendment says the Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, of abridging the freedom of speech or of press, or the right of people peacefully to assemble, and also to petition the government for redress of grievances. Nowhere does it state profanity, twerking, and threatening during a peaceful protest. Again, play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Just for nothing.
I like Doug.
What, son? What, son?
Take my wallet.
What do I do?
I don't know. This is bullshit, man. This is the First Amendment. Protect your fucking First Amendment. And y'all.
Instead of taking YouTube protesters' word for what the First Amendment is, and while they're gone, you guys violate it, it doesn't look good.
No, get in there.
Lordy, lordy, lordy.
Right? You
Again,
cannot make this up.
Not shit. Not shit. Hey, where's Diane at truck? Because that shit alarm might go down. She won't get away with this. I promise you that. Kill a baby bitch.
Ooh, see the
This is
language?
Thanks Investigates, and I'll catch you on the flip side.
Just an update, Ma. Joe Swain is actually Billy Joe's brother.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I've been
You drop him a link.
Yeah, and he's just like brother and sister. He's not been a good boy over the years.
Okay, let's see. Pull it up. I want to see the report, and then we'll wrap it up. We want to see how bad. They're all bad. Billy Joe's bad. Her daughter's bad. Daniel's not bad. He has nothing.
Yeah.
So just read it to us. What is... Okay, never mind. Here we go. Get that little face. I burnt my chin so bad with the curling iron, well, the wave iron, and it's starting to heal, and it's so itchy. As of a clue.
He's driving with unlawful blood alcohol, endangering a child by driving while under the influence.
Oh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm. Battery, domestic.
Mm.
Driving while disqualified. Disorderly conduct, driving while under the influence. Driving while unlawful blood level, endangering a child. Battery. Again, driving under the influence.
My
Driving
gosh.
under the influence. And watercraft violations. So, he's like brother and sister.
Unbelievable. They've all got a little, yeah. But then again, the mother's background is pretty shitty.
Yeah, Mo, she was trying to curl her beautiful long locks, and she got a wee bit too close to her chin. She wasn't looking what she was doing.
Absolutely nuts. All right, Kazabru, I think that's it.
Yes, my hip is telling me get up and get walking, woman.
Yeah, I got to get my butt to bed. Everyone, thank you for coming in. Stay vigilant, guys, and keep your babies safe. Kazaroo, thank you.
Thank you, my darling.
Let's pray that tomorrow's the day that Simon is found, so this nuttiness can end before somebody ends up getting killed. All right, everyone, have a good week.
Bye.
Bye.